Jumbo everybody, in today's video I have the winner of the Titan S portable phone charger from Jackery. So thank you again to Jackery for sponsoring a giveaway for my subscribers. I really appreciate that. If you guys do not win, there will be a coupon code in the description bar below where you can get I think around $11 off if you're still interested in getting yourself a charger. And then coming up after that I have 3 ingredient healthy recipes that you can take to your summer barbecue. So without further ado, here is the winner of the Jackery charger. It is Katie Sheeman. Congratulations to Katie. I will reach out to you through a YouTube message. Katie works at the Miami airport, which is a very familiar part of the country to me because we are down in Miami pretty much every single year. All right, so let's get to the recipes. The first recipe is a 3 ingredient chip, but it's not a potato chip. It is a plantain chip. How about that? That you can make right in your oven. The second is a 3 ingredient guacamole that is super delicious. These two things go together like peas in a pod, peanut butter and jelly, plantain chips and guacamole. It's great. So let's go check it out. So for the plantain chips, you're going to need 1 plantain. You're going to need a fat of some sort. I'm using duck fat, but you could use coconut oil, olive oil, butter, any kind of fat that's fine. And you'll need some sea salt. So for the guacamole, you're going to need 1 ripe avocado, a half of a lime or a drop of lime vitality essential oil from Young Living, and some sea salt. So first let's make the plantain chips. I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees and then I'm just going to take the peel off of the plantain. So you cut the ends off and then you'll see on the plantain they're kind of like corners, I guess, and you're going to take a knife and just score straight down the corners. So you don't want to actually cut into the plantain itself, you're just trying to get the skin off. Now I've had my plantain in the refrigerator, so it's a little harder to peel when it's cold, so it's better to peel at room temperature. But you just take your thumb and you kind of just stick it underneath the peel and pry the peel off. And sometimes if it's not super ripe, it'll come off in pieces, and if that's the case, all you need to do is take a knife and then you can cut off the pieces that remain actually on the plantain. So you can see there that I have a few pieces that are left, so I'm just going to take my knife to cut those off. And you just want to go over the plantain, double check, make sure you have all of the peel off of the plantain. So now all you're going to do is cut it into very thin slices. A mandolin works really well for this, but if you don't have that, just use a knife. That works fine. And then put those into a bowl, and then you want to put a little bit of fat on top, probably about a tablespoon or so. And I'm just scooping out some of my duck fat. This is from Epic, but again, like I said, coconut oil, avocado oil, almond oil, any kind of oil, doesn't really matter. And just mix that all right on the plantain chips, make sure everything is covered. And then take a baking pan and cover it with parchment and lay the little plantain pieces out. They don't have to look nice, they're not going to expand or do anything, so however they're laid out is fine. And then sprinkle some salt onto the top. And now I'm just going to pop those into the oven, total of 20 minutes. I'm going to flip them halfway through. So in the meantime, I'm going to cut my avocado here to make my guacamole. So I'm just going to use my knife and cut around the pit that is in the avocado. And then I twist the 2 parts apart, and one of them will have the seed left in it. So you got to get the seed out. So just whack it with a knife and then turn it, and that'll pop the seed right out. So then to actually make the guacamole itself, I'm just going to scoop the avocado out of the skin and put it into a bowl on both halves, because I'm going to use the whole avocado for this recipe. And then I'm just going to take a fork and start to mash it. And it can take a few minutes depending on how ripe the avocado actually is. So then to that, to make it more guacamole-ish, you can take the juice of half of a lime, or you can put 1 drop of lime essential oil in, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then you just mix that all up, and that is it. The guacamole is done. So I like to put it into a nice, clean little bowl just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then while my plantain chips continue to cook, I'll just store it in the fridge until they are done. So for the plantain chips, after about 10 minutes, I just take some kitchen tongs and then I flip them over and pop them back into the oven. So it's a total of 20 minutes in the oven, flipping halfway through at 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And you've got yourself some delicious plantain chips and guacamole. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you are interested in these recipes, I will have a link to my blog in the description bar below so you guys can find the recipes easily. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit that button down below, subscribe so you never miss a Daily Dreamland video. Kiss someone you love today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.